Champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the New York Jets.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Xavier Gibson now from his end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Jets. So a heck of a start to this, and we haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
This taken in at the goal line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Hurts throwing right away. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
And an Eagle first down.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Barkley.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Barkley again, and he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on third and goal.
Here's Hurts to throw. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles march right down the field on the opening drive to take a first quarter lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their own 21. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And now leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Hey, 88.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Jets had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And a quick throw here that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
They'll run with Hall.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this one's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On play action, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the end around, here comes Smith. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's Jermaine Johnson stopping that play before it begins, dropping him for a loss. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flushed out right. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Throwing is Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit, or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
On play action, now Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
At the 45-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A give running right is Hall. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the 1st half.
Rodgers now on first down.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Rodgers. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. On first down, Rodgers.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down. Straight ahead is Hall.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Jalen Carter
Able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
Touchdown, Jets!
Breece Hall
From 10 yards out.
And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 and 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club. For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hurts.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This taken in right around the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter. And boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Second half starts with a run by Hall. He was brought down by Patrick Johnson.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall to the 43, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
3rd down and 6.
Hey, take 26. Over.
To throw is Rodgers.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 37.
When you get into the second half of the tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Throwing is Rodgers.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Take 30.
Now it's Rodgers.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal that gets him the lead here in the 3rd, but, boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second-guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? But I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And, by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second-guess that, too.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. And that's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll try the right side here, Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Campbell. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Second down, here's Hurts. That quick throw there is incomplete. Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
50. Hey, you block over here.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on a 3rd down conversion. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Rodgers. Out to his left. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
At the Eagles' 1-yard line.
They'll look to run with Hall. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. He tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's third and goal.
Inside.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
And now here in this situation, a field goal would still have them only up by 1 score, so I would think about going for it. Even if you don't get in, you put your defense in a really nice spot, making the offense go the long way to try and score.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
First down, Eagles.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Barkley inside handoff. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's Javon Kinlaw busting through it. He sticks him behind the line. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back in the 31. Hassan Reddick make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game at a time
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. It's got to have it time. 4th and 9. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. This one deep for Wilson. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Here's 2nd and 10. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Running left, it's Hall. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Try to take this home, they'll run. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now 2nd and 3.
Hey, flag.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for the Giants, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to